How did you get into books?
Sometimes I have to think back, but if I can use the scapegoat of being old and I can't remember, that would be a good way to say it. But I would say I've always loved books, and as part of me always loving books, I think that I've always had a desire to put a book in a child's hand. And I think that books are really a great equalizer. They can take any child, and through what they can read in a book can make them see the world differently, can make them just expand their horizons tremendously, go to places they could never visit, and it doesn't matter, age, gender, socioeconomic group, just anything. That a book is a great equalizer. There's one of my inspirations is Ben Carson. And if you don't know the Ben Carson story, I hope you would take some time to look it up and read it. But he is a man who, his mother used to leave him at the library when she went to clean homes, and he and his brother would read, and she'd come back and pick him up. And they ended up, he's a pediatric neurosurgeon now. I mean, and it's from those early days of having books in their hand. And so we do carry a lot of. We try to do classic children's things, books, but the fun and new too. So that's kind of how I started it, and how I got into the book fair business. That I feel like I met a lady named, which is Cindy Edwards, and she was the superintendent at Three-Way, and she Scholastic would not go there because they were so tiny. So I went, and then it was a kind of a ripple effect. Like, her husband was the superintendent in Morgan Mill, and they worked in a consortium with Bluffdale, and then a teacher lived in Bluffdale but taught in Mineral Wells, and the Mineral Wells Library knew, and so it just kind of has grown tremendously. So I think there's just a need and kids still, even though I think you're almost seeing right now a throwback to putting books back in kids' hands again. I think that you're seeing that cognition between turning a page and reading is different than an iPad. So,
talk about how the partnership grew over time. Off camera, you talked a little bit about moving. So I'm interested to know, over the course of
28 years,
century,
yeah,
right, how your partnership has grown and changed.
Well, just like our city, I mean, we started 28 years ago by Politos, which is no longer there, which is now the Seeker, in a little building. We were there 5 years. Then we moved downtown for 5 years, and then back 18 years ago, the shopping center here, we had Bell's and JCPenney's, two really good hub stores, and we were right between them. And now we laugh because now we're between Specs and a CBD store. The world has changed. But, we have great parking. It's easy to access our place. I would say that's been our major growth. A year and a half ago, we did a remodel in the store, which we'll never do again.
We're all still talking to each other.
Yes.
But I also think that GeriAnn, my take on GeriAnn is that I think she's very fashion forward. I think she watches trends. She stays up with what's going on, and we know when to, or she's good at dropping brands that aren't selling and picking up the ones that are, so that you're always having something new. And her goal is for you to come in the store and see it differently anytime you ever walk in the door, so that you would, you can always find something new and fresh that's not at a big box type store, and I think that when we first came, and you probably hadn't thought about this in a while, but since we both said we were from California, one of the first brands we carried a lot was Quicksilver and Roxy, which are California beach brands. Sure.
Yeah.
And it was so wildly popular.
Yeah. And now we're into Burlebo and Under Armour,
which is hunting,
yes.
fishing, hiking, which is probably a reflection of Stephenville.
Yes.
So,
responding to the trends for sure.